and welcome back to my channel. So on my last tutorial I did a dupes for high-end makeup. I got all my products from shophush.com and I had a ton of palettes in that tutorial, and I asked you guys what palette did you want me to use to create an eyeshadow look with, and so today this is what this tutorial is going to be about. I chose one of the palettes that ShopHush sent me, and it was one of the palettes that you guys requested me to do a look with, and it's going to be the Retro Love palette by Bad Habit. So this palette is really similar to the Anastasia Beverlyhills Subculture Palette. So today I'm going to be doing a look using both of the palettes in comparison with each other. Alright, so let's just jump right into this look. If I seem a little bit drowsy today, it's because Mother Nature has came bright and early today, knocking on my door trying to see what's up. So yeah, if this tutorial seemed a little bit like then that is why, girl. It's that time of the month and she just snuck up on me. I didn't know she was gonna come this early, but yeah. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. So continue to watch. Alright, so don't judge my Subculture palette because it is very, very, very dusty. Dusty is an understatement because the shadows are so powdery. So yeah, that's why my palette looks the way it is. So I'm going to be taking some colors from both of the palettes and I'm going to do a look with them. So yeah. So the first color I'm going to be taking is the Rock and Roll color right here. And this is from the Bad Habit palette. I'm going to be using my 224 MAC brush and I'm going to dip it in there. There's not a lot of kickback on the palette, so yeah, I'm going to dip it in there and place it in my crease. Alright, so far that blends really nicely. And that's just one dip into the palette. So I'm just going back and forth, making sure it's buffed out really nicely. Alright, so I'm going to take the All-Star color in the Subculture palette, and I'm using the same brush. It's just a clean 224 brush. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to pop it in my crease. Did not need this much. I'm just blend out what I have on my lid because one dip, I picked up a lot of product with just one dip. So I'm going to blend what I have out on my lid. And just go back and forth. Try to get it blended out like the other side. Alright, so I'm feeling like the Subculture palette is a little bit darker than this side. So I'm going to go back to this side and kind of deepen it up a little bit more. And then I noticed with the Subculture side, I don't know if you can see that line right there in the camera. Yeah, it definitely has like a little line in it. So I'm going to try to blend that out a little bit more. Alright, so I'm going to go back with the Bad Habit palette and take Rock and Roll again with my other brush that I use for this palette and deepen it up a little bit more so they can match the Subculture side. So I'm just going to take it and deepen it up a tad bit more because I want the two to match. So far this side is blending out so nicely. Okay, so I think the two are pretty close. So the next shade I'm going to take is Nostalgia. It's right here. It's like a deep purple, and I'm going to use that same 224 brush. And I'm going to apply it to the outer corner of my lids with the same brush. Just to deepen up my lid a little bit more. Alright, so from the Subculture palette, I'm going to take the shade Rowdy. It's right here at the top. And I'm going to put it on the outer corner. And then I'm going to place it in the inner corner. So I'm just now trying to blend it out really nicely so that it could look airbrushed like this side. And again, the color is way darker than the Bad Habit palette. So I feel like I'm going to have to go back and deepen up the Bad Habit side a little bit more again. Yeah, it's way darker. Okay, so I'm going to go back with the Nostalgia color in the Bad Habit palette and deepen it up a little bit more. The colors are laying down so nicely. I'm not having any issues with them. Alright, so the next shade I'm going to take from the Bad Habit palette is this one right here in the top. It's called Free Love, and it's like a really pretty green shade. And I'm going to go over top of Nostalgia. So just put it right on top of the last color we just applied. Alright, it's looking nice. Alright, and from the Subculture palette, I'm going to take the shade Axis and I'm going to place it on top of Rowdy with the same 224 brush. And I'm going to tap my brush off and place it right on top of Axis. Alright, so I think they look pretty close as far as these shades go. So now I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Revolution. It's this pretty shimmery gold shade. And I'm going to place it right in the center of my eye. Oh, that's really pretty. And I don't even need to spray the brush. It's nice. Okay, so just placed it right in the center where I didn't have any shadow, creating a halo type of eyeshadow look today. And it's creamy. So from the Subculture palette, I'm going to take the shade Adorn. And I'm going to use that same brush and place it right in the center like I did the other eye. And I'm not going to spray the brush. Alright, so from first application, it's taking a little bit more work to get that color to pop. Like this color is popping a little bit more than the Subculture palette, but I'm going to keep going. Alright, so I feel like they look pretty similar. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my face and apply some lashes off camera. And I'll be right back with my final look. Alright, dolls, so I went ahead and did my face and I applied some liner and lashes to this look. But I'm not quite done with it just yet. I wanted to do a little bit more to it before I just say I'm done. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this eyeshadow look. So, alright, so what I wanted to do was add this green iridescent sparkly shade. So this shade is coming from the Bad Habit palette. And I'm gonna just put it on the side where I did the Bad Habit side. And I'm gonna place it in the inner corner just like that. And I'm gonna take that same shade from the Subculture palette. It's down here at the bottom and it's a little bit digged in, but don't judge me. This one is called Electric, and I'm going to just place it in the inner corner as well. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to do was put some color on the bottom of my lash line. So I'm going to take the All-Star color from the Anastasia Beverlyhills Palette. And I'm going to place this color on the bottom lash line. And I'm going to use my MAC 212 brush to do it. And I'm going to dust it off because I don't want any fallout. So I'm going to dust it right on the bottom lash line. Just like that. And I'm going to take the Rock and Roll shade from the Bad Habit palette and do the same thing on the bottom. And place it right there. Alright, dolls, so this is the final look. When it comes to my views on both palettes, they do look very, very similar. When it comes to the shade range of the palettes, when it comes to the texture and color payoff, when it comes to texture, the shadows do match in texture. They're both really, really creamy in texture, and the color payoff, in my opinion, are the same. When it comes to the Anastasia Beverlyhills Subculture Palette, in my opinion, if you're really not comfortable with shadows and blending and eyeshadow in general just yet, then the Subculture Palette might not be for you. If you're not like really comfortable with shadows and blending and how to create certain looks with shadow, then I would suggest you purchase the Retro Love palette by Bad Habit, because this palette was not really difficult to work with. The shadows blended effortlessly. I didn't have to put a lot of work into it when I was creating this look. So when it comes to the color consistency and the color payoff and the blendability of this palette, I give it a A+. Like seriously, this palette is like legit really bomb. Like, so this is the side I created with the Retro Love palette, and it looks just like the Anastasia Beverlyhills side, like just like it. So with that being said, the Retro Love palette is the bomb. So when it comes to both palettes, I do love both of them. The Anastasia Beverlyhills palette can be difficult to work with if you aren't comfortable with shadows just yet. So girl, go get you a Retro Love palette from Bad Habit, because it is the bomb. It looks just like Subculture, and it blends effortlessly. Like you get an airbrush finish out of the Retro Love palette. So yeah, I really hope you dolls enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.